Welcome to Lessons with Wesley. If this found you, it was meant to. Take a moment to pause, reflect, and breathe. You're entering a sacred space of tarot, of oracle, meditations, Ogham, and soul-centered wisdom. There are no coincidences here, only invitations. Lessons with Wesley.
All right, world. Hope you are doing well this morning. So, welcome back to Lessons with Wesley. So, this is episode 2. So, episode 2, I guess you could call this rebirth and growth. So, episode 2, what I decided to do instead of doing my the Celtic Dragon cards, what I decided to do was my beautiful brand new deck of oracle cards. Now this is called Wisdom of the Elders. Now Wisdom of the Elders, this is by Sean Leonard, and the artwork was by Tracy Metallic and Aaron Gugu. All right, so now the oracle cards is a 44 deck card. So I decided to do a reading from this deck, and then I also used my Ogham stick. Now, those of you that didn't go back to, didn't catch episode 1, just make sure to go back and listen. So the Ogham stick in episode 1, I said, is the ancient Irish alphabet, and each letter represents a tree, and then that tree has a metaphysical property, and so then you use that to relate to whatever your intention is. So, speaking of intention, so wherever you are right now, getting ready for work, whatever it is you're doing, just take a breath, take a pause, and reflect. What is my intention? What is my question? What do I have for myself? So last episode, the intention was I said it, and it was for what do the listeners need to hear? What's going to resonate with them? So what I decided this time is, and Nathan gave me the idea, this time I'm going to just give you a few seconds to breathe, and I'm going to count you out. Just breathe and then ask yourself, what do I need to hear today? Or you might have a question. Maybe you have a situation coming up. Maybe you have a question about work. Maybe you have a question about your love life, just in general, health, spirituality. You are the one that sets that intention this morning, on this Monday morning, starting your work week. So, here we go. So take a breath, breathe in. Hold. Let it out. 2, 3, 4. One more time. Take a breath. Hold. And let it out. All right. So whatever you just heard, whatever it is, that is your intention. That is your question. All right. You ready? Here we go. So, from the Wisdom of the Elders, what I pulled is called the Sweat Lodge. Now this is card number 35. So the Sweat Lodge, it was a ritual that the indigenous people used to do. Think about it as burning off the old. And the Sweat Lodge stands for rebirth. Rebirth. Now that could be a rebirth, a renewing of spirit, a renewing or a rebirth of a new goal. Or when we tie it into the Ogham stick, you're going to be like, oh, it might be a rebirth of spiritual growth. So the Ogham stick that I pulled is the Willow. Now the Willow stands for a few things. It stands for knowledge, optimism, adaptability, and spiritual growth. So what I wanted to do is read to you from the Wisdom of the Elders Oracle, the Sweat Lodge Rebirth. Sweat Lodge ceremonies are sacred and symbolic of the womb of Mother Earth. It's a way of purifying the mind, body, spirit by sweating out toxins, ridding oneself of negative energy that can create disorder and imbalance. In the same way that a newborn experiences a massive physical transformation with birth, the process of the sweat lodge is physically and mentally challenging, but it gives the opportunity for a second chance. In the ceremony, the volcanic stones are heated in fire outside and then brought inside and placed in a hole in the center of the lodge. Participants offer prayers and positive intentions, and they sit in complete darkness around the grandfather stones, where they sweat away old habits and beliefs, which allows for deep healing to take place. This reflects an inner journey into the dark and hidden places of your soul, so that you can deepen your connection to the ancient wisdom possessed by Mother Earth. If you've drawn the Sweat Lodge card today, there is an opportunity for a total rebirth in your life right now. You are being offered a second chance to heal and shed light on parts of yourself that you have outgrown. It can be difficult to change our lives, but ultimately we are here to heal and grow and become born again and again. You are now entering a lighter phase of life where you will feel like a brand new person. Now is the time to surrender and release what no longer serves you, so you can truly heal. Yeah, so that rebirth can be sloughing off some old habits. It could even might be tough, some old relationship that I'm still hanging on to. I don't know why. Why am I holding on to this? I need to get rid of it. I mean, just whatever that intention was, or whatever it was that you thought of this morning, think about that. Rebirth. What can I get rid of? What do I no longer need? And when you tie that into the Ogham stick, now, folks, I will take a picture of each of these, and I will post it on the Lessons with Wesley Facebook page and also the Instagram page. So remember, the willow tree ties into knowledge, being adaptable, being positive, spiritual growth. So if you think about that rebirth, doing away with old knowledge, old just info that was embedded in my head that I don't need anymore. I'm not going to be controlled by fear. I'm not going to be controlled by these emotions. I'm going to be reborn. I'm going to put this away so I can have true knowledge and spiritual growth. And I wanted to, I have been using ChatGPT every now and then throughout the summer. And so I love it. It's awesome. So what I did was I told ChatGPT the card that I drew, and I said I drew the particular card, and I said the Ogham stick, and this is what it had to say. It said, from that Wisdom of the Elders deck, the symbol of rebirth. So this card world speaks to the sacred act of letting go and stepping into the heat, the challenge, so that we can come out of that challenge cleansed, renewed, and reconnected. So when you pair that with the Ogham stick, the willow, it's a sign of wisdom through emotion, a spiritual growth through a quiet observation. So together these energies remind us to truly grow, we must soften. To awaken, we must be willing to release. And as we shed what no longer serves us, we make space for light, knowledge, and new beginnings. So that was pretty cool. I just wanted to share that little snippet with you. So here are some ideas. So whenever you have a chance today, whatever your intention was this morning, whenever you chimed in, whatever little voice you heard, or whatever question you had, you might want to start a journal. So write that question down, and then at the end of the day or at the end of this week, I mean, maybe your question was, hey, what do I need to focus on this week? What's going to happen for me this week? Write that down, and when you have a chance, come back and start journaling. You know, what am I supposed to get rid of? What am I supposed to slough off or have burned away? What needs to be reborn in me? So, I mean, that's an idea. You could start journaling, meditating a little bit. What does rebirth look like for you? Well, folks, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Lesson 2 with Lessons with Wesley. I hope this will start to, my intention is going to be to do this every Monday to kind of, and for myself too, new week, gotta go, gotta get focused. So hopefully with this podcast, Lessons with Wesley, you will be able to just stop, reflect, maybe get your day started off right. I hope so. If you have any other ideas or suggestions or anything like that, feel free to just click on that link below. Send me an email at lessonswithwesley@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for joining me on this part of the journey. Your path is unfolding moment by moment, just as it's meant to. May the wisdom echo in your spirit, the stone stir gently in your soul, and the magic stay rooted in your everyday. You are not alone on this path. Stay grounded, stay magical, and until next time, I'm sending you light.